Oh man, this one doesn't have the Bears. The Bears.
Da Bears. Let's go. Welcome to this
Let's do this.
podcast Sox football edition. It is NFL Week 1 this week.
Yeah.
Let's go. The best time of the year.
Woo! I'd be screaming right now if I wasn't in an apartment building.
I'd be screaming too if I didn't have 2 kids upstairs right now.
Dude.
But let's go. We're here. We have made it.
We made it.
For
those of you who have watched this far into our podcast, we told you it was going to get better during football season.
We did.
Thank you for sticking around.
61 of y'all. 61 of y'all.
Yeah, we're here. We're here, man. Feels like a long time coming. Can you believe we made it?
Looks like we made it.
Looks like we made. Wait, different? Was that a different song?
It was Barry Manilow was I singing.
Okay. I think I might have made up my own song.
We have a lot of predictions coming your way today. We're going to start off with a little baseball just to get that out of the way. We're Sox fans.
Yeah, we got something good for you Cub fans.
We're diehard Sox fans, but we noticed that the Cubs are creeping up on that third wild card spot.
We may or may not have noticed something.
Cubs got hot.
Yeah,
they got screaming hot.
Cubs gonna Cub.
And when I told Jimmy G over here just about an hour before the show,
That's me.
Before we recorded this, you'll see this tomorrow, but we record. I'm like, great, Cubs are up 3-0. They're gonna win again and cut this down to 2.5 games. But
nope,
they cubbed.
They cubbed.
And they blew. They gave up 4 runs in the top of the 8th, and they lost 5-3 to Pittsburgh Pirates.
So I haven't officially made my announcement on it yet, but I always tell you all the time, the Cubs, and I said this I think on the pod weeks ago.
Go on runs.
They're gonna go on runs. They're gonna go on a hot streak. They got their hot streak. It's done. It's over with.
The problem with the Cubs and the situation that's going to keep them out of the playoffs. They've had a real easy schedule.
Mm-hmm.
That's bonus from them.
Yeah.
You know who that third wild card spot is right now? It's the Atlanta Braves, and they are not. They're too good for that third spot.
What are the Cubs? I think the Cubs are 5 games back.
They're 3.5 out.
3.5 out,
and they're behind the Mets as well, which is weird.
I give them credit. They went on a good run.
They played a lot of easy teams.
Yeah, I don't see it happening.
I look. They're playing teams like the Nationals, the Pirates. Who else they played? There was another garbage team in there. Obviously the White Sox. It was not too long ago.
I will say Cubs Twitter right now.
Oh, they're through the roof.
Oh my God.
We back.
Well, I mean, it's on fire right now.
Don't let this team get hot.
Everyone's panicking tonight.
Oh, today? I didn't see tonight.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
You can't blow a 3-0 lead like that. You need every win right now. If you're up 3-0 in the 8th, you need to hold it.
But yeah, we won't stay on baseball long. If you guys noticed, we changed the feng shui.
You can't see it right now
pod.
because it says Cubs gonna Cub. It's blocking it.
Well, no, you can see the color. I'm talking about that. Usually it's red.
Oh, yeah, the color.
Yeah,
okay, my bad.
Yeah. Apologize to me. Kiss my booty. But yeah, the color's normally orange or no, red. Reddish.
Yep, reddish.
Top right, this podcast Sox logo.
It's bear season.
It's bear season. We're orange and blue, baby.
Orange and blue. Before we leave this, are the Cubs making the playoffs?
No.
No, they will not. And it's been a hell of a run. You know what the record's going to end up with? They're probably going to end up being 81-81.
I was going to say 500. And I'll actually give my brother credit, who's a diehard Cub fan. He called it in the beginning, and he stuck to it now. The Cubs are a 500 team.
Well, me and Craig thought they were going to be towards the 86. I thought the Cubs were going to be towards 76. They're going to meet right in the middle. I bet you me and him are going to have a wash. Congratulations, Cubs. You weren't pathetic. You just weren't quite good enough.
You weren't pathetic like the South Side.
108 losses.
That's for us.
108 losses. We're not going to dive into that.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that.
I think down the road here in the next month, we'll have a White Sox season reflection episode.
I agree.
With that. And we'll leave it at that. And we'll move on to 2025.
Yeah, I'm not ready to talk about how badly I am disappointed in the Chicago White Sox.
You're getting worse.
Is my audio good?
Yeah, you're good. You're good. You sound good. You sound sexy.
Thank you. I thought the mic was a little bit too far away. By the way, shout out to Jill. You see the spider web that is over the flag?
I got sunglasses on. I can't see shit.
Halloween decorations,
Hell
man.
yeah.
Halloween decorations.
Speaking of Halloween, my daughter's
Joe.
birthday's Halloween. Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Halloween preach.
How do you guys go about doing that?
This trick-or-treating, it didn't start until 2019 when she was born. we trick-or-treat for her.
But I was going to say, but like what do you do birthday-wise for her?
I don't know.
You just kind of
trick-or-treat and have a birthday party next weekend.
I feel that. But yeah, let's jump into some football news.
We had some bullshit stuff happen. I read last week. Bullshit.
Preston read it. Wanted to talk about it.
Yeah, and, the NFL players voted on Josh Allen being the most overrated quarterback in the NFL. How? All he does is win. He wins, and he produces at a high level. He scores touchdowns.
He wins, but he doesn't win.
No, hold on.
Big ones.
You're about to mouth off, and that's a problem. He's only lost in the playoffs to Joe Burrow and Pat Mahomes. He beats everybody.
The guys he needs to beat.
He beats everybody else. I think the record is 1-5 against those guys, and then 5-1 against everyone else.
Oh man, dude, this is tough.
I don't think
I don't think he's the most.
He's not even overrated. He's underrated.
I think he's rated. I think he's right where he should be. I think he's where he should be.
He may throw a few too many turnovers. That's the problem. Yeah. I'm with Stephen A. Smith on this. He says he thinks Stephon Diggs has a few buddies out there.
Diggs put out a hit on him, I guess.
But I disagree to the full. I can't tell you who I think's the most overrated quarterback. I know he's a 2-time MVP, but Lamar Jackson I think is more overrated than Josh Allen.
Hey, don't say that. That's my quarterback. Okay, I drafted him.
Not in the regular season, but he chokes in postseason more than Josh Allen does.
Oh man, dude, I don't know. I really think Allen's just rated. I don't think he's overrated. I don't think he's underrated. I think he's exactly where he should be. I agree with you. I think he's a good quarterback.
I think Jordan Love's starting to get a little overrated.
Well, right now, Love is definitely overrated because he doesn't have. Tua's a little overrated. Yeah, there's a lot more overrated guys.
I think more overrated than Josh Allen for sure.
Yeah.
But I think
I would have to go through the list, but I don't agree. I don't think he's the most overrated.
I think it's ridiculous. This guy is going to win some MVPs this year.
Yeah.
Or MVPs this year. He's going to win MVPs in his career, I should say. I think you only win one a year, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think you're right. Let's jump into.
We got predictions to make now.
NFC North.
We're coming at you hot with
predictions.
We got one last division, and then we're going to give you everything.
Let's hop into it.
All right, we going right into the AFC.
Yes, sir. You give your AFC.
All right.
We got
let's just go quick. I'll give you my first, second,
we're gonna
third,
go
fourth.
quick.
Or fourth, third, second, first. I'll go opposite order. Last place is going to be the Pittsburgh Steelers. They got quarterback issues. They don't look good. They're not a bad team. That division won't have an awful record, but the Steelers will probably finish 7-10. Which is not a great record, but it's not a typical last place record. Third place is going to be the Cleveland Browns. They're a good team. Now I'm just going to leave it at that. They're well rounded. Deshaun Watson will decide if they go deep in the playoffs or not, though. And Jerome Ford, draft him if you can find him in your fantasy leagues. Draft him.
Snuck by me.
He's going to be a stud. No, second place is going to be the Baltimore Ravens. Fantastic team. They'll be right there till the end. And then first place, I know the Jamar Chase thing is scary. But Joe, Mother effing Burrow, is a dog, and he's going to – when there's a will, there's a way.
Interesting.
He's win the division.
Interesting. I'm just checking on something of mine real quick. Yeah. I'll give you mine real quick. I'm not going to get super into it because we got other stuff coming up. Number 4, I agree with you. I got the Steelers. I think Wilson's going to poop himself, and I think Fields is not going to be much better. I think Fields comes in halfway through the year and also just poops himself. Nothing really to say there. Steelers are 4.
I think Tomlin will just find himself. They're not going to be an awful, embarrassing team. Yeah. Tomlin will get him a couple wins.
Tomlin's also on the hot seat after this year for sure. Number 3, I have the Browns. I think they're going to be a decent team. I just think they're in a good division. Really not much to say there. Like you said, Ford's going to be good. That's about what I got in there. Number 2, this is where we disagree. I got the Bengals. Only because I do think Burrow is going to get hurt again.
You ease that. Ease it.
I hate to say it. Okay, and then obviously I have the Ravens, but dude, the Ravens they're stacked, man. Their defense is good.
You can't argue that. I won't argue that because it's not. If you
put those two are interchangeable. Yeah, I mean they're very interchangeable. So
neither team got worse.
Yeah, neither team really got worse. It honestly is Burrow's health. I would love for him to stay healthy. I love Burrow.
And you got to say the same thing. Burrow's health, Lamar Jackson's health. They both have had
honestly, issues. No, good point. Lamar needs to stay healthy as well. But overall, I think the Ravens have a better defense, so I gave them a 1 spot.
They got a better coach.
Yeah, better coach as well. Let's hear your NFC.
A big NFC North now. You know what division this is. The Bears.
The Bears.
And there's going to be some hate. I already expect it. Last place is easy. It's the Minnesota Vikings. Losing Kirk Cousins hurts. They didn't replace them. J.J. McCarthy got hurt. I don't know if this would have made a difference. Sam Darnold, I'm rooting for the kid. They just don't have it, guys. They got Aaron Jones. He's old and getting older, knew everything, but don't got to talk too much there. Third place. The Green Bay Packers are finishing in third place. They're going to take a step.
Blow, baby.
Yes, I said it. Bears are going to be higher than the Packers. The Packers are a good team, though. They're going to be there. They're going to be playing competitive football week 1 through 18. Second place, your Chicago Bears. This division is going to be fun. These top 3 teams are going to be fun.
NFC North. Great division.
My God. And the Bears, when they play those 6 games out of the last, 8 games, it's going to be meaningful.
Oh, it's going to be nuts, dude. That's going to be, dude, that itself is going to be playoff football. We're going to have playoffs.
And Caleb Williams should have his game tweaked out by then.
Oh, yeah.
Then obviously Detroit Lions are going to win the division. They got the best coach they got the best coach. They got Jahmyr Gibbs, who's the best running back. I love Josh Jacobs. But
I like to disagree, but I can't.
But Jahmyr Gibbs, David Montgomery's one of the best red zone running backs. Amon-Ra St. Brown's the best receiver in that division. Jared Goff, if he keeps playing the way he's been playing the last year and a half, Lions are the best team, and they're winning the NFC North yet again.
And I mean, honestly, Goff his whole career has played pretty well. You know what I mean?
He had 2 bad awful years. Rookie year.
I mean, you can't really dog the guy. The dude's been consistent
since he came to Detroit. They worked him out pretty well.
I think maybe he has a problem in the real big games. You know what I mean? But
if you need to win you a game, it gets scary. But if you're like playing the right football, you're able to run
consistent.
And I like Jameson Williams this year a lot too as a second wide receiver.
Oh man,
he's finally out of his BS. He's not hurt. He's not gambling. I think I don't
know though. I can't make that decision right now. I gotta wait a little bit. I gotta see what he does the first 4 games. I'll dig into mine here.
But he'll be able to actually play those 4 games for the first time in his career.
Very true. Very true. Number 4. Same, got the Vikings. JJ going out. He was going to eventually take over that starting job. Without that, Darnold. I did draft Justin Jefferson, first pick overall.
He should get his stats. He should.
Yeah, he'll get 9, 10 a game receptions. Addison, I also accidentally drafted him, not remembering that I picked Jefferson, so I got 2 Viking receivers.
That's not bad.
Also, some alcohol was flowing. You know what I mean?
Well, for Addison or you?
Ooh. I did get dogged for that a little bit that I picked him after that. But then I have the Green Bay Packers at 30.
Yes.
Blow. I think they had a fluke season last year. I don't think Love is going to be as good as he was last year. And I think that's going to show on the record this year. I have him at 3.
I like it. Don't buy the hype.
Yeah, don't buy the hype. At number 2.
Buy the hype.
Believe it or not, I have the Chicago Bears.
What?
I wanted to put them 1, but I was being a little biased. Which I feel like all fans are. You know what I mean? But yeah, the Bears are a playoff team. They have one of the easiest schedules in the NFL this year. I think third easiest schedule in the NFL.
At least the first 10 or 11 games, yeah.
Yeah, we don't play a division rival until week, 12, 13?
11, I think,
11 12,
yeah.
13, something like that. Like Preston was saying, Caleb Williams going to get some good games under his belt. Our record is pretty easy to start the year. I expect at least 10 wins. I think 10 wins get you in the playoffs, but I do expect more than 10 wins. And then number one, I got the Lions. Not going to get super into it. Like you said, Dan Campbell, best head coach, might be one of the best head coaches in the NFL. He's got that team by the fucking balls. Everyone respects him.
My favorite coach, I think.
Good quarterback, running back, receiver, tight end's good. Defense is solid. I mean, yeah, this team's pretty stacked. They're gonna win the division again. Now I hate them. I like the rivalry we've got with them. I expect to beat them maybe 2 times this year.
I expect to beat them in Chicago at least.
Yeah, it's Chicago at least, but we play them on Thanksgiving this year, and the Lions fucking choke
every year.
Booty hole.
Yes,
yeah,
they do.
On Thanksgiving. So, but yeah, that is that.
Now we got the predictions of the year.
Yeah. Let's get into the AFC.
AFC playoffs.
Here we go.
Ready? Who are we starting with? We're starting with me. Okay. So in the AFC, I have the number one. The Bengals are going to be the number 1 seed. Joe Burrow is going to be that dog. They're going to get Chase. He might miss week 1, but that's just more receptions for T. Higgins. T. Higgins is a dog. I know they got rid of Joe Mixon. They didn't really replace him with anything, but Joe Burrow is on a mission. They're going to win. Their schedule is favorable at times. The second seed, Bills. The drama's gone. Josh Allen's going to lead that team to where they need to be. Stephon Diggs, bye-bye. Keon Coleman.
Very interesting, Preston.
Keon Coleman, Curtis Samuel, James Cook. Dalton Kincaid's going to go off this year. Josh Allen's going to have an MVP candidate season. Bills are going to get that number 2 seed.
All right.
The Chiefs are going to go off to a cold start. They're going to lose to the Ravens. They're going to lose to the Bengals. They're going to start 0-2. They'll figure it out. They'll get going. They'll get Hollywood back. They'll get Xavier Worthy into it. Rashee Rice will get rid of
I hope so. I drafted Hollywood this year.
They got Travis Kelce. Chiefs are going to chief. They're just not going to be the best team, but they'll be the 3 seed. Then Houston, they're going to battle through. They're going to have growing pains. They're figured out this year, but they're good enough to hold the Jaguars. I know a lot of people think Jaguars are a playoff team. I think Trevor Lawrence is good, but he's not quite it, and the Texans are just better. So the Texans win that division, and they'll finish the 4th seed. Now you got your 3 wild card teams. Aaron Rodgers is going to be healthy this year, and he's going to compete till the end to win that division. It's going to come short, but they're going to get close. It's going to be a fun year. But the Jets are 5. Ravens are a good-ass team. Like I said,
I'm a little surprised you got the Ravens so low.
The Bengals will fight till the end. Ravens will win that. Will get the wild card, unfortunately, by the end there. The Browns' defense. Deshaun Watson's going to be what he's been. And they're going to have a conversation they're going to have to make. They're making this because they're going to make that last wild card spot because that defense and Myles Garrett's so damn good. Their running game is good. Nick Chubb's going to help them in the back half, and they're going to have a good 1A, 1B, 1 and 1A duo at running back with Ford and Chubb. But that's what that is here. And then that leads me into telling you what is what's going to happen. Or no, I'll leave that when I do. Yeah, I will. Why not? So that means you have matchups here. So the Bengals have the bye. So that my playoff matchups are the Browns at Bills. Bills are going to beat them. They got a higher offense. The Browns can't contain Josh Allen. They're going to go off. You got the Ravens at Chiefs matchup of the AFC conference championship, AFC championship. Chiefs are going to do it again. They're going to knock the Ravens right the hell out.
Damn. That'd be a fun game to watch.
Lamar's record's going to go down a little more. And then you got Texans at Jets. And people are going to want to pick the Texans, but Aaron Rodgers is going to show C.J. Stroud his experience. So Jets are taking out the Texans. So that leads us into the divisional round. You got the Aaron Rodgers going to Cincinnati. Bengals are going to beat Aaron Rodgers. T. Higgins and Jamar Chase are going to be too much for the Jets defense. Bengals win. And then you got what we all want again, Josh Allen and Pat Mahomes. And the storyline's not going to change. Storyline's not going to change, unfortunately.
Damn,
Pat Mahomes is going to go. He is going to go to Buffalo because, who's got better weapons? Bills don't have many good offensive weapons this year. It's good. It's good enough, but it's not better than Worthy.
I'm just saying Mahomes' weapons aren't always the greatest.
But Worthy, Rice, Mahomes, Pacheco, Kelce.
This year's a little different. He's got some guys.
I can't be biased. I'm not biased.
Don't forget about Juju. Mahomes has Juju.
They also did have Juju, but the Chiefs are going to do it's going to be a hell of a game, but they're going to do it to him again. And then we're going to get another matchup we've always wanted. Bengals, Chiefs, Burrow, Mahomes. And Burrow is going to do what he does best, and he's going to be that dog, and he's going to get the best of the Chiefs this time, getting revenge for 2 years ago. And it's good. Right now they're 1-1 in the championship. I had that messed up, but they lost 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Burrow's going to get it this time, and that means Cincinnati in the Super Bowl.
Ooh, damn. P-Dog went deep into it there. Gave everyone a play-by-play. I'm going to get into my AFC 1 through 7. Bada bing, bada boom. Number 1, I'm just going to get into it, do it real quick here. Number 1, I got the Chiefs. Chiefs going to Chief. I don't think anyone really is going to argue with that much. Mahomes is going to do Mahomes things. I think he's got more weapons this year than years past. Pacheco's going to do his thing. I think he's even going to be better than he was last year. Kelce, I expect to have a slight decline. He's downward slope now. He's coming to the end of his career.
Kind of a red zone target, though. He's always going to be a red zone target.
Oh, for sure. But his productivity is going to go down for sure. 2, I have the Ravens. I had those 2 interchangeable, but I'm just going to respect the Chiefs here. Lamar's got to stay healthy, obviously. 3, I have the Dolphins. 2, and I just want to say 2, for anyone who might be catching me and Preston here, like, oh, your guys' picks are different than your division winners. Hey, it's a new day. Things change.
We've been doing this for a month. We've been doing this for a month,
okay? So things happen, things change. But yeah, 3 Dolphins. Tua's just gonna air it out deep. He's just gonna throw it up. Hope someone catches it. I had to do it.
Oh,
I had to do it. Yeah, my bad. Maybe I'll make that the thumbnail for the video. 4, I have Texans. Stroud is. I don't expect a drop-off sophomore slump. I think he's going to be good again. Everyone's healthy. Nico Collins, Tank Dell. They got Diggs. They picked up Mixon. That team's stacked. They're winning their division. 5 Jets, Aaron Rodgers. Although I heard that I don't know if you heard this, but I heard the locker room's kind of.
I'm hearing some
going nuts. I'm hearing some things, and Aaron Rodgers, believe it or not, is a douche. So
believe it or not, he's better than Zach Wilson.
Yes, they will be in the playoffs for sure. Unless Aaron Rodgers goes out again.
Yes.
Which I don't know who their backup is, to be honest.
I can't think of it off the top of my head.
They are filtering through quarterbacks quicker than I've filtered through toilet paper. 6, I have the Bengals. Joe Burrow is going to get his guys there. They are going to compete. They will be a fun team to watch this year. And then 7, I have the Colts sneaking in.
I don't hate that. I know I did give him credit, and I didn't really have him having a good year. But Anthony Richardson. I'll let you.
I got him sneaking in that 7 seed.
I have a problem why over the Bills?
I really think that Allen lost too many pieces for him. I think it's going to take him a year to figure it out with this roster. I think this year he's going to have a very average year. I could see 8-ish, maybe 9 wins this year. But I think the Colts are one game better than them and sneak in. I really do.
I mean, they have weapons all around.
I'm not gonna deep dive into the playoff seeding here, who's gonna beat who, but I will tell you my AFC, who I got coming out of the AFC, and that is shocker here, the Kansas City Chiefs.
I will say, looking at your games, you do need to talk. You have a Dolphins-Bengals matchup, which seems kind of fun. If you got Waddle, Hill, versus Chase, and Higgins.
I know. I don't want to get into the matchups because obviously, this is a prediction that it's my prediction. Obviously, who the fuck knows? I don't want to get super. I could go for hours if I get into the.
We got the same 4 or 5 matchup too. Texans Jets. Do you agree with me? Does Aaron Rodgers outbeat Stroud?
I could see it. That Jets defense too, man. That's gonna be, dude. Playoffs could be extremely fun to watch this year. I pray that everybody stays healthy. Because if all these quarterbacks can stay healthy, and I mean every position for that.
Nobody wants to see Browning in the playoffs again. Or
I mean, put it this way: I'll never root for Love to get hurt. You know what I mean? Like I want everyone. It is the Packers. No, but like I want everyone at their best because when I shit talk you, I do not want you coming back with, well, so and so got hurt. So,
Aaron Rodgers beat Caleb Haney.
Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, I got the Chiefs coming out of the AFC.
So you got Chiefs. I got the Cincinnati Bengals.
Yep. Which I could see either.
You could always see Mahomes making it. Joe Burrow. Those are the top dogs.
So hard to bet against Mahomes. You want to get into your NFC?
Let's go right into the NFC here. Light it up. Yep, you seen it right there. You better check out.
You're seeing it. Read it. For those of you listening on Spotify, we know we know we got 1, maybe 2 listeners on Spotify.
I'll fill it in right here. You see who's number 6 right there.
Just listen to Preston's sexy voice. Yeah, ASMR brought to you by Jimmy G. Oh yeah. Damn, that was kind of sexy, dude.
That was very sexy. Narrate my autobiography. Okay, the best team. It's not good if health permitting, which I think they'll be healthy. The San Francisco 49ers. They got Ayuk back. That was clutch. They got to get Trent Williams back. They should.
Which I kind of knew that Ayuk was coming back.
So you got everyone there. You got weapons all over every place, everywhere. They're the best team, and they'll be the best team again. The second seed, they made a trade again in Dotson, which helps A.J. Brown and helps Devontae Smith. They got Saquon Barkley. They're going to be dogs this year. The defense, they lost a couple, but then they lost Kelsey on the center side. But Eagles are a good team. They're going to be fire all the way. It's going to.
I feel like I already miss Kelsey, and Kelsey, like, you know what I mean. He's a center. At the end of the day, you know what I mean. There's only so much that they can.
They're gonna miss him, but they got a lot of weapons. And Saquon's a big signing. If he stays healthy, this team should be up there with the best too. Yeah. Detroit Lions. I already said it. I think people might they're gonna have moments, but they're still one of the best teams in the NFL. NFC 30 seed, well coached. They're gonna lose some by going forward. They're gonna win some by going forward. But they got to stick to what they do, and it will pay off for them. I know last year it didn't. This year it might. 3 seed. 4 seed, Falcons. Them and the Bucks. I didn't have the Bucks. Bucks, they're not on there, but they're going to fight till the end, and they're just going to come up short, and the record's just not quite good enough. Atlanta, Kirk Cousins, Kyle Pitts is in for a good year. Bijan's in for a good year. Darnell Mooney's going to have a fine year, actually, and that defense is getting pieces.
Gonna miss that guy.
Once the Falcons defense they got new pieces, it takes a while to gel. They're going to win that division with like 10 wins, but they're not a bad team. They're going to win that division. Then you got the wild card teams. Dallas, they got CeeDee Lamb. Dak's going to play his heart out. I don't know if this is Dak's final year, but he's going to show. Not good enough to win the division. That team
you think he's going to ball out this year?
Not good enough to be better than the Eagles, but good enough to be the best wild card team.
I like it.
Then the Bears are going to be right there with the Cowboys. The Bears. This is going to be a hard year to make the playoffs because these teams are winning 11 to 12 games.
Yep.
This Bears team here, they got Caleb. They got one of the easiest 8 to 9 games to start off the season.
Dog, what a
They're going to steal some hard games too. Oh my God, DeAndre Swift, Cole Kmet, DJ Moore.
On paper, we look
Roma
like Super Bowl
Dunze,
winners, man.
Keenan Allen. They got Byard and as a safety. Stevenson's back for another year. Brisker. They're dogs. They're dogs.
Don't forget Jalen Johnson, man.
Jalen
Probably
Johnson.
one of our
Cairo
best
Santos
players.
can make kicks. Taylor can punt.
Sweat.
Taylor can punt the goddamn ball. Sweat's gonna fucking make you sweat. Oh, I'm sweating right now talking about him. The Bears team is scary, and they're going to be in the second wild card spot, and they're going to finish it better than this team. But this team is just too good to leave out. And I hate to say it, but the Packers are going to be the last team to make the playoffs.
Womp womp.
Jordan Love is good. He ain't him. He ain't $55 million a year kind of guy, but he's not bad. And these the receiving core is another year experience. Christian Watson's good. Romeo Dobbs is good. Wicks is good. Jalen Reed's a dog. They added Josh Jacobs, who could be one of the best running backs in the league.
I really hate it when they signed him.
The defense is fine if they're healthy. Packers. And then I get a little more in depth, so I'll go in depth with that where that leads us to. So 49ers get their bye. Then you got the Philadelphia Eagles going to you got Green Bay going to Philadelphia Eagles. That's too much for the Packers. Eagles are going to knock them out. I'm sorry, Green Bay fans. Oh, but we got Jordan Love. The loss is going to hurt. You ain't going to love it. It's just going to hurt. And the Eagles are going to take out the Packers. Now, the matchup you want me to talk about, the Bears going to Detroit. It's too much for the Bears. Caleb Williams got us there, but he ain't going to get a playoff win. And we're going to have to wait another year for a playoff win. Damn. I hate to say it. It's in Detroit. Detroit fans, they're going to win. I won't get into depth, but Detroit's going to beat us.
Damn.
And then you got the Dallas going to Falcons. And guess what? Dak is going to win a playoff game. He's going to win one for you.
Ooh.
Kirk Cousins does not. Also, because you got Dak versus Kirk. 2 choke artists.
No.
But the Cowboys are going to take care of them. Sorry, Matt. How about the boys?
Yikes.
So that leads us to the next round there. You got you got Cowboys going to San Fran. San Fran, if you know who the worst enemies are for, Cowboys and Packers cannot beat the 49ers, and it ain't going to change here. And then you got the Lions and Eagles, which is going to be fun. It's going to be a fun one.
Yes, sir.
But Detroit's going to do it again. They're going to do it again. They got a better defense. It's just what it comes down to. They got a better defense, and Jalen Hurts is going to have a bad game, which leads us to a repeat of the NFC Championship game last year. Niners at the Lions.
Lions.
Last year wasn't pretty, but they held on. This year, Lions are – because remember, it came down to going for a couple plays. Lions didn't get it. This way, it's going to bounce their way. And the Lions are going to their first Super Bowl ever.
And then we're just going to dig into it since now your AFC and NFC predictions are up.
We got a Midwest showdown in Cincinnati and Detroit.
Super Bowl 59.
It's in New Orleans.
59. Now, who you going to take? Are we going to put our predictions, or are we going to wait?
I'll wait for you to do your NFC, and then we'll do it at the end.
Okay. All right. Let's dig into my NFC 1 through 7. Not a whole lot different. Number 1, we got the Niners. Niners are far better than a lot of these teams. Not much to really say there. They got all their players back pretty much. Like Preston said, IU coming back was big. McCaffrey, though, getting old. So we'll see. Number 2, we got the Eagles. Like you said, getting Barkley was huge. I think he's still got a couple good years, really good years left in him. I think he's going to go off this year. Number 3, unfortunately, I have the Lions. Good team. Stacked top to bottom. Nothing really more to say. Number 4, I have the Falcons. That division is always just average at best. Not a super exciting division. I do think the Falcons, though, are the best team in that division. They got probably the most playmakers in that division. That's why I'm going them. And then 5, I have the Rams. I think the Rams are going to be good this year. I'm actually excited to see what they do. I love Puka Nakua. I actually kind of want to get one of his jerseys. I love Puka.
I like Puka too.
Yeah, I love him. I also just love humble players. You know what I mean? Like guys who just, I don't know.
Come on, nowhere.
I I love Puka. Number 6, I have the Chicago Bears. I think they're going to win around 11-ish games, 11, 12 games, like I said. I think though the Rams are a little bit better than us. So we're gonna get in at 6. That leaves 7, the Green Bay Packers. They'll sneak in. They'll be one game worse than we are. It's going to be a tight race in the NFC North. That leaves for some super fun matchups. And that leads to my Super Bowl 59 matchup. Again, I'm not digging super deep.
We got to though with this one. So you also got a Lions Bears matchup that we got to talk about.
Yeah. So yeah, Niners get the bye. Packers Eagles. I agree with Preston. Eagles. Eagles beat the Packers there. Lions Bears.
That's the one I want to hear. That's.
I don't want to make that call right now because I would really like to see the season play out if it did come to that. But if right now I had to make that choice, which is obviously what we're doing here, got to pick the Lions. They're the better team. It really pains me right now. Like my insides.
Just thinking about it, 19
yeah,
weeks
my
from now.
insides are crawling. Dude.
We get what we want, and then we lose another playoff.
I know. But yeah, I mean the Lions are the better team.
As long as there's no double doink, I can live with it.
Yeah, right. I just want to see the Bears compete. That's all, man. Just lay it all out there, man. You know what I mean? And then who is it? Falcons, Rams.
Atlanta.
I got the Rams winning. Rams are a better team than the Falcons. I think it'll be a fun game to watch. I think the way that we have it laid out for AFC and NFC, I think it's going to be a super fun playoff to watch.
It's going to be a fun season, health permitting.
It's going to be a super fun season. And then I'm just going to get straight into it to the end here. My NFC champion is ready.
Going out on a limb.
Crazy prediction here. Never would see it coming. The Chiefs versus the 49ers. The 49ers return. It's a rematch. And then I'm not going to say it yet because we're going to go back to Preston's Super Bowl matchup and see who he has winning. Who does P-Dog have winning his Super Bowl matchup?
Cincinnati
Bengals versus the Detroit Lions.
Which Jimmy does not know what I'm going to say.
And
neither do you. So hard fart season. Joe Burrow is dying for a win. He's dying for it. You know, he's been the best quarterback. He went to the Super Bowl, lost the Rams, had a couple injured full season that they could have went. Had that crazy bad game felt like the refs took one away from him against Kansas City and Cincinnati a couple years ago. And then you got the Lions who are just knocking on the door. They were knocking on the last year. And some think last year was the year, but they're going to do what they're going to do. And it comes down to who wants it more. You got T. Higgins. You got Jamar Chase. Running backs are a little weak with Chase Brown and Zach Moss. But Joe Burrow is a bad mother effer. He's a bad mamma jamma. Cincinnati Bengals are going to be your 59 Super Bowl champion. Super Bowl 59 champion.
Damn. I thought you were going to go the other way. I really did. I thought you were going to go Lions.
I just think Joe Burrow, it's going to come down to Burrow Goff.
You're a Joey B guy, huh?
I just think he that Slim Shady cut he has, that means he's going for the kill shot. Like he's gonna stay healthy this year. And they're gonna they're doing their drama now. They're building it down low.
I wouldn't be mad. I like Burrow. I'd be happy to see him winning a championship.
But Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrow's gonna get ring number 1. Because it's gonna
be he'd be playing that one song. What does he do?
Forgot. But I mean, it's going to be pretty hard to beat Pat Mahomes and then come down and lose to Jared Goff. It ain't going to happen.
Yeah. Can you imagine that? Joe Burrow versus Jared Goff, and Jared Goff gets the best of
Especially
Burrow.
after you just beat Mahomes.
That's a hit. That's a hit. If Goff beats Burrow, that's a hit on his
how
legacy.
I have it is Burrow beats Rodgers. He beats Mahomes. There ain't no way he's losing to Goff.
Yeah, I like it. We'll go over to mine. Chiefs Niners rematch
for the
maybe
third
not
time.
as fun as Preston's, but let's be real.
I think that's real fun.
It's realistic.
It's not
like
sexy
super realistic.
it's
not sexy, but
fun Super Bowl.
I mean, good Super Bowl. Last year was a good Super Bowl. This year I have the San Francisco 49ers getting over the hump and beating Mahomes and getting revenge. I think they do it this year. I think they learned from last year. What the hell was that? I don't know if you heard that. I think my cat just fell off the ceiling. I think the Niners win it. They got a stacked team. Not gonna go through the roster again because I just did it like a second ago.
Imagine that storyline of getting there, going for the three-peat, and they lose.
That's what I'm saying. They end it. The hype is gonna be all on the Chiefs to get that three-peat, and the Niners are just gonna fucking step on their throats and crush Mahomes' dreams.
Oh, you think it'll be a beatdown?
I could see a double-digit win. I could see the Niners pulling away. I could see it. I would like it. I would like it. I think everyone in the NFL fan-wise, the whole fan base of the NFL would appreciate it. I think the Chiefs are getting a little bit hated here.
I like it. So we got the Niners beating the Chiefs in a rematch, and I got the Bengals over the Lions. I know we're about to wrap it up here. You heard it. Any teams that you're kind of shocked that you didn't have in the playoffs? That you wanted to put in there, but you just couldn't.
For AFC, I wanted to put in the Bills. I did because obviously I like Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen's a good quarterback. I wanted to put him in there, but again, like I said, I have him around the 8-win mark. I couldn't give him an extra 2.
A hard schedule. I look
for as far as it being an interesting playoff. I would love to see the Bills in there because I always like watching Allen play.
Top quarterback versus top quarterbacks.
Yeah, Allen's a fun quarterback to watch. Super aggressive. He gets pumped. You can always appreciate when a quarterback gets hyped and pumping up the crowd. I love that. Is that
your one team that you could see? Not you didn't predict it, but is that the one team you could see knocking the Colts out if it does come down to it?
Yeah. I think it's going to be real close between the Bills and Colts. Maybe a 1, maybe 2 game difference, but I could see the Bills getting that final spot. I really do think the Colts are going to get it.
I hope so. You picked it.
Yeah, right. That'd be badass if one of our predictions were super accurate.
And then
what
your
about
NFC,
you? What about you?
Well, I guess I'll stick with AFC because you went AFC. I feel like you had the Dolphins in there. They could make it in there. I just think Tua plays too many cold games this year and he chokes. And Aaron Rodgers is
also super injury prone. So
Aaron Rodgers, I like this year healthy, and I think they're gonna storm their way in there. Only other team I was thinking of, and then the Jaguars, and I had the Jaguars as flirtatious with it, but I just don't think they're just. I don't know. They're just mad.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then NFC, I'll do my first. I like your Rams pick. I mean, I
do too.
There's moments I had him in there. There's times I didn't have him in there, predicting wise. I guess this last time I didn't have him in there because it really comes down to I like the North better, and I think the Cowboys are still got something to prove.
Yeah.
But I like the Rams. Seattle's gonna fight. The Bucks are gonna.
Seattle will hang around for sure. Yeah.
Seattle, the Bucks, and the Rams, who I have all missing the playoffs, are gonna fight till the end and just come short because the Packers. But any NFC teams that you
I think I mentioned this last episode. I love watching the Cowboys play. I love betting on them. I just love watching them play. I don't know why. I think I like Dak. I think I love CeeDee Lamb. I could see the Cowboys potentially sneaking in there instead of the Rams.
Oh no, you had Rams at 5. You mean Green Bay?
Yeah, sorry. Instead of Green Bay. I don't think so. I really don't. I think Dallas misses the playoffs this year. Honestly, I could see the Cowboys moving on from Dak after missing this year. Because keep in mind, they got to pick between Parsons and Dak. I don't think they're going to be able to sign both. I don't. I think both of those guys are going to get huge contracts. I do think they move on from one.
I do like the Rams.
It'll be interesting to see who they move on from.
I am a big fan of the Rams stuff. I don't think Stafford's going to stay healthy this year.
Oh, that would suck.
And I also don't believe in Kyren Williams.
You don't say that because he's my number one running back right now.
And that's my thing. I believe in Puka. I believe in Cup for another year, but and they lost Sue. Or not Sue. Yeah. I keep saying that. They lost Donald.
Yeah.
But they did draft somebody good. I forgot his name, but they drafted a good player.
Who? Rams?
Yeah.
Blake Corum?
A good replacement. No, the replacement for Donald.
Oh, yeah. They got two guys. Verse and somebody else.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
But there we go.
Another episode. That was a good episode.
Starting this week, actually, we're going to start doing our predictions.
Oh, man.
We may not be both live in the studio, but sometimes we will be, sometimes we won't be. But
look out for us, guys. Look out for this podcast socks.
Like, subscribe. We're still at 61. Follow.
Yes, help us get to 75. We are close. We're 14 away. Come on.
I don't know. We haven't talked about. Maybe we do a live episode for the game. We'll see.
We'll see. You never know. We'll let you know. We love you all. Thank you as always.
Football season has arrived.
Hell yeah. We back, baby.
Bear down. Sunday, noon.
Hell yeah.
This podcast sucks. Like and subscribe.